So earlier, were you here and made a purchase on a credit card on American, or tried to make a purchase? No.
This woman allegedly racked up a bill in the thousands of dollars on luxury goods at a mall, but the money reportedly wasn't hers.
All right, turn around, because I tried to do this.
Why do you have to be so mad? I'm not resisting. Why are you hurting my arm so bad, though?
We have newly released Bodycam showing you how she got allegedly busted.
You gotta...
Is there any way you could take this off? Or loosen it a little bit, maybe?
No.
Okay, how do I do this?
And just wait until she tried to get help from someone police referred to as her sugar daddy.
Babe, I'm sorry. You're on speaker right now. I'm really sorry for all of this.
It's a conversation you do not want to miss. We're on the case, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. Losing your debit or credit card can get your anxiety going. Then imagine you start seeing someone using that card on really expensive items. And that brings on a whole other level of emotions. Now, before we get to that part of the video where this alleged female fraudster gets busted, I want to back up and tell you how this case started. So we're in Tampa, Florida. We're at the International Mall, and this is a place that has some really nice stores. We're talking designer, we're talking luxury, we're talking Louis Vuitton. Police get a call from someone who says they lost their card and someone seems to be using it.
I'm not sure where, and I was like shopping here. I didn't buy anything. And then I look at my phone and my credit card is like, are you trying to buy from the Louis V store, $3,870?
How much was it?
$3,870. And I was standing there and I'm like, no, like reject, like whatever. And so my first thought is just come here to tell them, see if we can find the person who did it. And I just went in and told them like, hey, it's not me, obviously I'm not in the store. Rejected it. And then I saw like other transactions, and then I started like declining them, but they went through. The other one was, I don't know, I went away from my phone. I don't know why. The Louis V one went away, and the other one that stuck that I think went through is for Nordstrom for 1,000 something.
That one did go through.
It did go through. And so I was gonna go to Nordstrom, and I started going that way, then realized it was that way. And then I came back and asked them if they knew, and then they started giving me all the information.
So just so we're clear, this woman says she lost her debit card in the parking lot, and then she saw someone bought more than $1,000 worth of stuff at Nordstrom. And then she tried to go into Louis Vuitton and spend more than $3,800, but that charge was declined.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Store manager?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me your part. So how did you get involved?
Police then go over to Louis Vuitton and they try to figure out who the person is using the card.
The client that you just spoke with,
Yep.
about the report, she came into the store and said, I just had a charge for this amount, $3,870, that I declined. Like I got a fraud alert on my thing and I declined it, and it happened here in Louis Vuitton. So someone had stolen my card and they came to the store.
Okay.
At like literally moments before she walked in, we had just declined the transaction for that exact amount.
Were you a part of that transaction?
I was not.
You was not? Okay.
The client advisor her name's Taylor, she's in there. And so then we put two and two together and realized that this was the same person. Additionally, the lady you just spoke with, her name is Laura. The client gives a name when they come into the store, they check in. The client that stole her card gave us the name Laura.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
When the card declined, she shared, oh, I'm in a hurry, never mind, I'll just come back later. And she quickly disappeared. And then they just stood right over there, her and another guy that was not with her in store. So he came over here and joined her here. Then after some time, she came back in, and now she's in the store reattempting her purchase.
Gotcha. Do you see the young lady? Can you point her out to me?
Yes, absolutely. She's wearing the black dress with the tattoo on her left arm.
Police wait for the woman to come out, and she's with a man who seems much older than her, and she refers to him as, quote, her man. Officers then go up to her for a chat.
You mind if I talk to you guys for a second?
Sure.
You mind if I talk to you guys?
Yeah.
So, here, let's get out of the way here. So earlier, were you here and made a purchase on a credit card on
No.
American or tried to make a purchase?
No.
No. You weren't just here a little while ago and tried to make one and it got declined?
No.
So not you. Are you sure? Where are you at before there?
I just got here not too long ago meeting up my man.
Gotcha. So just a little while ago, you weren't just in there trying to make a purchase for $3,000. It got declined. You walked out, and then he joined you while you were standing over here.
Yeah, but I've known her for a while. I don't know
Right.
what are you trying to get to?
Okay, so they just had a purchase here.
That was
Okay,
me.
not just, but
I'm
just.
trying to get a little defensive. I'm sorry. So
Right,
what's
I get it. That's what I'm trying to explain it to you, but you're just interrupted.
That's the first time I've spoken since we met.
Right. You just asked me for what was it getting to, and I was trying to explain the situation,
Okay.
and then you interrupted me. So
All
I
right,
was
I'll wait.
Right. So that was what I'm trying to get to. Okay. So just a little while ago, there was a purchase that was made here at Louis Vuitton. Okay. It was used with a card, and then it got declined. Okay. And so what they just told me was it was you that made the purchase, and then you exited the store, stood
I
over
was
here.
looking at a bag.
Yeah, looking at a
and
bag,
I
right.
came back. I met my man. and
Right.
Came back.
Right. So.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting to, right? You just said a little while ago
I was here looking at a bag. I
Right.
was walking around.
And did
looking
you
at some
use
bags.
a American Express or Airlines card,
No.
Advantage card?
No,
No, you did not.
no, I didn't.
Okay. Do you have your ID with you?
What is this for? I'm confused.
Because the card that was used in that transaction was stolen.
Oh no, I don't have a card. I don't have my ID. I literally just came here to meet him.
Okay. So were you here before? Again, so back to that other question. Were you here when he was not here?
Yeah, I was in here
Okay.
walking around. I looked at a bag,
Right,
and that
right.
was it. And then
Okay.
I left, and I met him.
So during that transaction there, like I was saying, that bag you tried to purchase.
No,
You did not try to purchase it, and you did never hand it to them. So the cameras there, and the transaction was not. Is that not true?
yeah,
Because I
no,
want you to
didn't
please
use
be
anyone's
completely honest
card.
with me, because it's not a big deal.
No,
And it
I
was-
tried to use my card, but I did not get
Okay,
anything.
so now we're
It's
getting
I don't
more of the
have any-
story here,
I don't
right? You
have
see what I'm
any money
saying?
on my card, so,
Okay,
yeah.
so just a minute ago, you gave me like 3 different stories,
It's
okay?
not 3 different stories.
Let
I
me-
walked in, I was looking at the
Because
same
before
bag
this,
that I
remember
wanted.
my first interaction with you when I first asked you, did you come here earlier? You told me no, that you came here
I
with
didn't
just
say
him.
I didn't come here
And
earlier.
then
I
you
said
and then you
yes, I
kind of
came
added
here.
information saying that you were then looking at a purse.
Yes.
Right.
I was looking at a bag.
Okay, gotcha. And then you told me that you did not make a transaction, and
I
now
didn't make a
hold on, let me finish.
transaction.
Then you told me that you did not make a transaction at all,
I didn't.
but then now you just told me that you just used your card,
Yeah.
right? So let's get back to the real
Okay,
story,
so what's
okay?
going on now?
I just told you the card that you tried to make a transaction, because I'm just gonna be completely honest with you,
Yeah,
okay?
that's my card.
No. The card that you tried to make a purchase
I only
with.
have my card, so
Okay. Do you have your ID with you?
no, I don't.
All right. That's fine. So you have nothing with your name on it inside your purse?
I have my card, yes.
Okay. Can you take it out for me? You have any other cards inside of there? So when they look back and try to see the purchase that you tried to make earlier, will it say this card on it?
It should. It didn't go through, so
So will it? Well, it registers, right? So everything that you do, all the transactions are obviously kept in the computer system. I'm sorry if I'm boring you there.
no, I don't
Okay,
understand
so
what this
is this
about.
going to be the card?
Yes,
I'm going to
it
ask
is.
you one time.
Yes, it
okay?
is.
And honestly, honestly, we'll probably get you a long ways, right? Because we've already got a little bit tripped up in the truth
I'm telling
story,
you it is.
okay?
I just don't understand what is happening right now.
So like I told you before, all right, I want you to be completely honest. So there's about 400 cameras throughout this mall,
Right.
okay? In Nordstrom, there's cameras, okay?
Okay.
All right, do you know what happened in Nordstrom?
No, I don't.
Okay. So there's cameras all throughout Louis Vuitton as well, okay?
Okay.
All right? And when you present a card,
Right.
when you try to make a transaction, it is logged.
It's law what?
Logged.
Oh,
logged.
okay, yeah.
Logged.
Right, yes.
Okay? So when you tried to make that purchase for that bag, is this going to be the card that is registered in the system?
Yes, that's the only card that I have.
Okay.
I don't understand.
And is
what's the
this your
problem.
name that is on here?
Yes, that is my name.
What's your date of birth? All right, so since we kind of established Louis Vuitton at Nordstrom, did you go into Nordstrom today?
No, I didn't.
You never went into Nordstrom today?
I walked through there, yeah.
So again, my question.
I walked
did you
through
go through
Nordstrom,
Nordstrom?
yes, I did. I walked
Did you
through
try to make a purchase or did you make a
No,
purchase
I did
in
not.
Nordstrom?
No.
You did not. Okay.
No.
So any other cards inside of your bag right now?
No, there
Do you
isn't.
mind if I look?
No, why do you have to look in my bag? What am I being arrested? Am I being held? Like, what's the problem? And can I have my card back?
Yes, you can have your card back.
Yeah.
1 second.
I don't feel comfortable with you taking my card information.
To be honest, I don't care what you feel comfortable of.
What is
okay?
going on? I don't understand.
Because listen, do you understand what's going on here? I mean,
Not at all, man.
okay, so again, I'll explain the story.
I've been driving over here for about an hour. I told Valerie to meet me in Nordstrom's. I came into Nordstrom's and she said, go to Neiman Marcus, and that's where I went.
Mm-hmm. So again, I'll explain the story. Someone's card was stolen, okay? We get the person who the card belongs to gets notification from Nordstrom, all right, that a purchase was made for $1,000, a little over $1,000, okay? Louis Vuitton gets the person, she gets another notification that someone is using her card at Louis Vuitton for about $3,000 for a bag, okay? Like I said, there's cameras all over this mall. Every inch of this mall is monitored by the camera surveillance system, okay? Louis Vuitton, the person who the card belongs to, she gets to Louis Vuitton just a little while ago, alerts them of what's going on, okay? Obviously, they're able to backtrack and see every transaction and purchase that is made, okay? So young lady here, there is, who they identify, there's only one declined transaction today for that same amount. And it matches the card number that it was used for that transaction matches the victim's stolen credit card, okay? And unfortunately, they identified you as being the person who used that card during that transaction. And during that transaction, she said, they're saying that told them that her name was Laura, who is the card owner. You get what I'm saying?
So,
and after she, hold on one
sorry.
second. Let me just finish this 1 second. So after she, makes the transaction, she comes out of the store, stands over here, and then that's when you come and join her.
That's not true, because
That's not what happened.
that wasn't true. I literally.
So that was earlier, and then you guys go back inside.
That's not what happened.
Okay.
So I met her at Neiman Marcus about
Yes.
20 minutes ago.
Yep.
Maybe 30.
Yep.
So you just said that I met her here. I didn't.
Well, before, right, again, she said she was in there earlier today.
I wasn't in there.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
She was in there by herself, and at some point she exited, and then she returns with you.
When was she supposedly in there?
That the exact time, I don't know the exact time. But again, that kind of how do they know that
So
she?
they don't know whether or not there's a conflict.
Well, there is no conflict because it matches exactly what they were saying.
Okay,
She was
so-
in there, but hold on, she was in there by herself, looking at a bag, which is exactly what she says, right? She says, and then she kind of changes the story. First she said she didn't make a transaction, then she said she did try to make a transaction, but it was declined, right? Then she leaves out, and you guys come back again with you, which is exactly what they said.
Okay, so you just said you guys come back. You want to correct that?
Well, I should say she comes back with you.
Okay.
So you weren't a part of the original thing at all whatsoever.
Okay.
So you weren't a part of it whatsoever. But it gets too much, and the stories match up. She was in there by herself, tried to make a transaction using the victim's stolen card, and then you come with her when she leaves out. She gets you, whatever happens, you guys meet up, whatever, y'all go back inside, or you go inside with her at that time. So you had no involvement in it whatsoever. All right, so we'll get that. We'll get that.
Speak, and I'm afraid
Go ahead,
to
go
speak
ahead.
because
Go ahead.
you accused me of interrupting you. So let me
Go
know
ahead.
when you're ready.
Go ahead, whenever you're ready to talk.
Okay. So I met her someplace else, and it took us about 20 minutes to get in there.
Right.
Right? You keep saying that I was either we or us, and so that's not really what counts. So what you're saying is she went in there as Laura, and she used somebody else's card, and she used it downstairs at Nordstrom's.
Downstairs or upstairs, whichever one.
Okay,
Yes.
she used that card also as Laura over at Nordstrom's?
That I'm not too worried about. Right now we're worried about the Louis Vuitton. So it's two different incidents here. Two different incidents.
Okay, so then I go in there, and she's been kind of hitting on me to get a bag for a little while. So then she's giving me this. I get to give her a bag, and the reason why I said because I'm totally against spending this much money in a bag. So she talks me into it, and I do it. So now that's just because of my own principles. I never spent this much money in a bag or whatever.
Right.
So I go and I buy the bag. It has nothing to do with the previous stuff, and I can't really tell. Are you saying that she was alone and she was popping in and doing all these things?
Yeah. So once again, yes. So earlier today, she was by herself again. She was by herself.
Earlier today.
Earlier.
I was in here like 10 minutes before.
Wait. I wanted to do that.
So earlier today, what time? Don't know. Not of an issue, right? She was in it.
It's an issue to me because I know what her time it is.
Well, she just by her. What is the big issue? Like, what are you
Because
trying to
I wanna
dispute?
know if
Because
there's
by her
I wanna
own.
know-
Hold on.
Dude, you're doing
by
it
her
again.
own admission, she said she was
Talking
in there
over
by
me
her.
again.
Okay, actually, you don't even need to be here. Actually, so you can go ahead and leave. You don't need. I mean, there's no point in me even talking to you because you were not a part of this whatsoever. Just like you wanted me to clarify
But I'm
with the
just
we.
trying to figure
So
out the
you
timing.
are not involved in this whatsoever.
Okay.
My issue is with her. All right.
Okay, but the time.
So right now you're being detained, all right, for an investigation. Okay. That's what's happening right now. So right now you're not free to leave at whatsoever. Okay. All right.
Why?
Because like I said, I'm conducting an investigation into the theft. So that's what's going to happen right now, okay? So what I just need you to do, just stay right there. Don't move. If you want to, you can move against the wall there or whatever to get out of the way, though, okay? Hey, are they able to have the cashier, because I don't want to leave her by herself, just the person who did the transaction, initial transaction, just come out right quick and talk to me? The next step, so there's going to be a couple steps. I'm going to finish my investigation and then we'll go from there.
According to police, the woman went into the store before, quote, her man arrived, but he seems to be trying to defend her as he says that she's been hitting on him to get her a designer bag. So the woman's detained as the officer goes and watches the video from inside the store. The surveillance video is redacted, but police say it allegedly showed this woman using the stolen card at checkout to try and get a designer bag. Now, when the officer comes out of the store, the suspect's alleged sugar daddy has something else to say. And this guy, you just notice, he really has a thing for thinking almost that he's in control in talking to the police, and also that he's somewhat being disrespected by the officer in his opinion.
I went in to ask her if she just sold me this $3,600 bag, knowing that the person that I was in there with had just tried to steal the bag or whatever the transaction was. And she goes, I don't have to tell you anything. So I get it. So
Which I just,
first of all,
to be
I wanna
honest,
say
I
something.
just looked at the video.
Dude, you keep talking over me.
Actually, I don't need it. That's fine. I'll keep talking. Alrighty, ma'am. We're gonna go out to my police car, okay? Because you're under arrest right now. So go on. Otherwise, I'm asking you to listen.
Don't I have the right to know?
All right, turn around.
Wait,
Because I tried to do this.
but why do you have to be
I
so
tried
mad?
to be. I tried
I'm
to
not
do this.
resisting.
Turn
Why
around.
are you hurting my
Turn
arm
around.
so bad,
No,
though?
this way, quick.
For what, though?
Turn around.
Why
Put
are
your
you
hands behind your
hurting
back.
my-
But I
Why?
tried to be nice and just have you walk outside on your
But
own, so that way you don't have to be look crazy
I
with
just want to ask you a question,
with handcuffs
sir.
on. But since you
I'm
want to do
trying to-
this,
But I'm not resisting. Why are you?
nobody said you were resisting.
But why are you being so mean? I'm just trying to find out what's going on. Where's the proof that I did this?
I just watched the video.
And it showed her card?
Yep.
How can you see that? Check my bag. I don't have her card.
You probably don't have it anymore. Oh, Lord.
I never had it.
Right around this.
Like, why do you have to do all this?
All right, let's walk.
But why? I didn't do anything.
I'm so
Like,
sorry.
You're so sorry for what? This is crazy.
I know.
So now what? What's gonna happen? Can you tell me?
What do you think is gonna happen?
I don't know. I just want to know. I've never been in this situation.
Now, the officer's having a heck of a time with these people, and he walks the suspect outside.
You have anything on you? Any weapons, guns, knives, anything like that?
No. Am I going to jail?
Probably so.
For what?
That's
sir?
what happens when you steal, you go to
But
jail.
I didn't though.
Okay. If you still want to stick with that story, okay.
Ow.
If you still want to stick with that story. Yeah. And then trying to be, still nice to him.
And then he went walking there and he goes, I'm going to go in there and go talk to him. I'll get this straight. It's like, yeah, okay, bro.
The officer then goes and fills out some paperwork and reads the woman her rights. And the answer she gives the officer about what happened, it has been redacted from the body cam video that we've been given. But according to the police report, the woman, who is identified as Valerie Sahai, she allegedly admits that she found the debit card on the ground in the parking lot. And then she tells the officer that she did allegedly what most people would have done in her situation if you find a debit or a credit card on the ground. Allegedly try to make purchases with it in the thousands of dollars, it seems. Police say she admits that she tried to buy the bag herself, and then when the card didn't work, she called her alleged sugar daddy in to do it for her. And he bought that bag for her in the thousands of dollars, police say.
All right. Well, thank you for being honest. Give me a second, okay? Let me figure out. I got to look at your criminal history and all that stuff, and then we'll go from there.
Now, the good news is authorities were able to find the card and return it to the woman who lost it in the garage.
All right, you want to call? Here, you gotta.
Is there any way you could take this off for me?
No.
Or loosen it a little bit, maybe?
No.
Okay, how do I do this?
You're gonna gotta swing your arms out or whatever.
Sahai then asked the officer if she could make a phone call, one to her mom and the other to the man who stood by her side on the body cam video, her alleged sugar daddy, who ended up buying her that bag that was worth more than $8,000, and that man who felt so disrespected when he was talking to police. But it seems, according to this phone call, that his perspective on this story has changed.
Babe, I'm sorry. You're on speaker right now. I'm really sorry for all of this. I didn't know this was going to happen, or else I would have never did this.
I'm not your call.
What?
I'm not your one phone call.
What do you mean?
I said it clear.
What do you mean, babe? You can't call me?
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm going home.
Well, what about everything?
Don't tell you, man. It's up. I mean, you're running around stealing credit cards.
I didn't mean to. I just found it, and it was a stupid decision.
Yep, it was.
They're taking me to jail.
I don't know how I can help you.
You can't help me bail me out tomorrow?
No.
Seriously?
Yeah. Call your dad.
They can't help me, babe.
You have to. It's a family issue.
But they don't have it to help me.
You gotta deal with it.
What do you mean?
I said it clear.
So it's just me?
You did a really stupid thing, and I can't have that in my life. I'm not that.
I know.
So I'll make a
babe,
phone
I
call
didn't
right
even
quick,
do this.
and
It was just a stupid...
here, you can get your stuff while she's doing that.
31-year-old Valerie Sahai was arrested. She was charged with 2 counts of fraudulent use of a credit card and 1 count of grand theft, which is a third-degree felony. Now, it's unclear how this case wrapped up. It is no longer under Sahai's name in Hillsborough County court records. That will do it for On the Case, presented by Law&Crime. Subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify, and we're also now streaming on Peacock. I'm Chris Stewart. We'll see you next time.